I'm finna go to MLK, the boy's door.
Hey kings and queens, you already know it's T, back with another YouTube video. Today I will be doing a very prolonged video. Like, what? Did you just crawl on the floor? I will be doing a very prolonged video. I was supposed to do this video like during the summer, and so much has happened and so many things have popped up and I just forgot. Anyway, yeah, I went back a little bit with my hair, y'all. I wanted to look a little bit younger. You know, just a little childish. You know, just saying. It's cute though. Anyway, for this video, I will be giving advice. Well, it was supposed to be advice to the upcoming seniors, but y'all are now seniors, so I will be giving advice to the class of 2020. I pass my hat down to y'all. I love y'all. Good luck. But yes, this is advice that I wish someone would have told me, because my senior year, going into my senior year, I'm like, this is about to be a breeze. Like, I'm about to have the best time of my life. I'm about to be out of here. Like, boom. My senior year was the best year of high school I could have had, even like with the fight and not going to prom and all of that. It was amazing, but I was still very stressed out, and I was like, somebody should have told me. Like, everybody made it seem like it was just gonna be easy, but yes. So let's go ahead and get into that. So I have my list here because y'all can't see it. I have my list here because I always forget. So this is really, it's not everything I have to say, but it's really to help me pinpoint what I want to say. Get me? Okay. So the very first thing that I would say to any like seniors in high school, because I don't know what college is like. I'm pretty sure it might be the same way. Hopefully it won't be. Anyway, my first thing is focus. Focus on your grades, because you might be used to slacking off, which one, don't do that. Don't do that. That is the worst thing in the world to do. Do not slack off in any grade. High school, sophomore year, high school. 8th grade, it doesn't matter. Like, don't slack off. Like, you have a little bit more leeway your 8th grade year, because they don't pull your transcripts from your 8th grade year. Like, they'll pull them from, it's like from 9th to 12th grade. But you definitely want to focus, because if you get behind and your grades fall down, like, it's hard to get into a better college with lower grades. Yeah, of course that makes complete sense, and if it doesn't, that's just sad. It's like, if you have dreams of going to a D1, like a top college, and you have a GPA of a 2.5, which I don't know. Either way it goes, like, you can't expect to get into a college that's up here with mediocre grades. Like, it's just not gonna happen. So make sure, like, I get that you're a senior, you want to have as much fun as possible. I get that you like want to do extracurricular activities and whatnot, but you just, like, you gotta focus. Like, you gotta, like, before any of that, your grades are what's most important. Also, ACT, that is huge, because just like your grades, you get in colleges based off your ACT scores. And you can, I personally know somebody who had a 3.9 GPA, and they made like a 17 or something, I think a 17 on their ACT, and they did not get into like any of their college choices until they brought that up to like a 20 something. With me, on the other hand, I had like a 3.5 GPA, and I made a 21 on my ACT, and I ended up getting into all of my college choices before she did. You see what I'm saying? So it's not based just solely on grades. Like, the higher your GPA and your ACT, the better. Like, make sure you get make sure you score high on both. Like, you don't, I'm not saying you can get a 3.0 and then a 21. I mean, you can get a 3.0 and a 21 on your ACT and get by and get into like good colleges, because I did. But that's not the goal that you want to go for. You want to set your expectations high. So yeah, that's number one. Number two, college applications, y'all. Those things are not free, and they are not cheap either. They're like $50 per application. And it was just by the grace of God that my applications were free. So yeah. But I don't know like if every school does this, but I know in my school, might be even the state of Alabama, I don't know, but I think they have like a free college application week where you can apply to certain colleges for free. Like, make sure you hop on it, because I mean, the more colleges you apply to, the better. But at the same time, if you don't hop on the opportunity to get these free applications, then if you apply for 5 colleges and each application is $50, then that's hot. What? Too much. I ain't even no, it's too much. It's too much. What, $250 when you could have paid nothing? That's crazy. Yes, and on top of that, you want to make sure you're getting these in on time. If scholarship, like not scholarships, Lord have mercy, if applications to apply close at a certain time, don't think, hey, I wanna you know, let's say the application closes next week. You say, well, oh, okay, I got time. No, go ahead and apply as soon as you possibly can, because you'll never know what could happen. Something could go wrong with the application. Most of the time, like most of the colleges I applied to were online. What if something happens like online, there's a glitch in the system, they don't get, like, you definitely want to apply long before the application period closes. I know somebody that applied to Alabama State, and it was like really his dream to come here, and he didn't apply until late. And he ended up like not being able to, he can't even come here now because he couldn't get housing. So it's, you really like don't want to slack off. You want to make sure everything is done when it comes down to these applications, because I promise you they're important. Picking the right college, that's number 3. Most of you may already know, like, all my life I dreamt about going to Auburn University. I wanted to be an Auburn Tiger, but I'm an ASU Hornet. Don't regret that decision at all. I love it here. I enjoy every single day here. There are some people that but yeah, like, I enjoy almost every moment here. There are some, of course, like, you're gonna have like some things that you but either way it goes, like, I just really have an amazing time here. And that's because it was like what I wanted in a college kind of shifted. Like, there was things that Alabama State, I feel like Alabama State could provide to me that Auburn could not. And don't get me wrong, I love Auburn. Been dreaming about going there since 4th grade. But it's like ASU offered me a full scholarship. I got waitlisted for Auburn, and by the time like I got in, the application for scholarships had closed. But I got waitlisted because my ACT score wasn't high enough for them at the time, because they sent me an email saying that these were exceptional scores. However, right now they were viewing applications with scores that were higher, so that it kind of goes back into play with the focus on your grades thing, because I mean, I slacked off. And when it came down to my ACT, I had a 21. That's what I applied to them with, a 21, and then I went back and got a 22. I only took the ACT 2 times. I could have taken it way, way, way more times than that. And I could have honestly scored way higher than that. My first time taking the ACT, I didn't care. I really thought it was going to be a very low score, because I just really went through and kind of bubbled it in. But so it was like I had to literally sit down and try to figure out which college was right for me, because I didn't want to go to a college and feel out of place. And I really honestly feel like had I gone to Auburn, that's exactly what would have happened. I would have been feeling out of place. I would have been depressed. I mean, I would have been happy that I got into this college, but at the same time, I would have been just a fly on the wall. But here, I branch out a little bit more. I feel like I belong. I love being surrounded by my culture. I love walking down, like, I love the environment that I am in. I love that I get to represent Alabama State University. I love it. Like, there's so many people here that say they're depressed, they don't like it. I love it. Like, I don't feel like I could have chosen a better college to come to. Yeah, so that's number 3. When, like, you really just have to sit down and make a list and say, what do you want from your college experience? Do you want to stand out? Do you want to fit in? What does this college have to offer you? Like, and what do you have to offer to the college? That's the biggest thing. Like, what can you bring to this campus that it doesn't already have? What can this campus give to you that you don't already have? Like, a sense of being around, like, being surrounded by my culture. Even though I was surrounded by a whole bunch of black people at Central, it's still not the same, because whereas at Central we would do an African American culture project in Black History Month, we do this, a African American culture project in theater, just because, like, we're at an African American school. They tell us, they embrace the fact that we embrace our culture here, and I felt like that's something I really needed to be around. That's something I needed to learn how to do to shine. So definitely keep that in mind when picking your college, because you don't want to pick a college and, like, that let's say you've been dreaming about going to the University of Alabama all of your life, and you get there and you hate it because you were so set, and, like, you had another college that you was interested in going to, but you were so set on going to this college, you made a mistake. Don't pick a college just because of this or just because of that or because your family went there, because if your family went there, that's on them. Like, you're you. Like, you're a completely different person. Number 4. Okay, number 4 and 5 can kind of coincide together. FAFSA. I really can't tell you much about the FAFSA. FAFSA is financial aid, for those who don't know. All I can tell you is make sure you apply. Make sure you stay on top of your financial aid, like your verification, all of that stuff. You need to be on it, because once you get to college, it's like you're kind of walking through blindsided, like yeah, you're kind of walking through, like, you're kind of blind, like, you don't really know what's going on. like you don't know how to handle it. So make sure you talk to your counselor or whoever about your FAFSA, because you don't want to get to college and be confused like most of us are. You want to know like what's going on, which you're never going to know like 100% what's going to happen with your school and how they handle your financial aid, but definitely apply. You want to go ahead and apply pretty much as soon as it opens up. You don't want somebody to apply for you. I mean, it's good to have, excuse me, it's good to have a family member with you to help you like through like, you know, with questions, especially like some of the questions that you may need a family member there for. But you want to apply for yourself, because when you get in college, you're going to have to reapply for FAFSA, and you don't want like, you don't want to like call your parent and be like, oh hey, I don't know how to do my financial aid application. You're grown now, like there's no excuse. Sorry. I mean, you got some parents who be like, okay, I'm doing it. No. Fill that stuff out yourself, because you're gonna have to keep reapplying for it. It's just, it is what it is. Scholarships. Get as many of those as you can. You apply for scholarships. You're not like, if you get all the scholarships that you apply for, you are amazing. That's all I can say. You are amazing. But 9 times out of 10, you're not guaranteed to get every scholarship that you apply for. Don't let that get you down. I'm like, oh, I can't apply because I keep getting declined. It doesn't matter. I've gotten declined for so many scholarships. I have, and when I got up here, like they told me I had too much money coming in. I was like, you have to choose a scholarship. What? No. It's like I've been declined so many times, but I did not let that stop me. I'm still going. I'm still applying for scholarships, because once you get here, you're gonna need money. I promise, you're gonna want to eat. That's not a joke. It's for real. Like, you're hungry. You're really gonna need money. Everything here costs money. Every single thing. It feels like the air you breathe costs money. Not a joke. You end up broke before you even get money, unless you're like good at saving your money, unlike me. But yes, make sure you get scholarships, because even if you apply for financial aid and you're denied it, you still have these scholarships to fall back on. Because I've known, like at my school, probably everywhere, but first, FAFSA does not kick in until 30 days after you started school. And I know at my school, personally, we have to pay 40% of our tuition before that 30-day period is up. So it's either out of your family's pocket or out of the scholarship's pocket, and I would definitely choose scholarship. Yeah, try to hop on as many of those as you can. That's another thing that was really giving me headaches. It's best to have a planner. I know I had one, and it saved my life, like with all the scholarship deadlines and college application deadlines and stuff like that. Get a planner, because it will, like, even with everything written down, it gave me a headache. And because I'm the type of person that procrastinates instead of going ahead and getting it done. So just go, like, if you can't, like, if you know for a fact you cannot, go ahead and get it done right then. Write down the deadline and still try to stay on top of it, because if not, then you're gonna have a migraine. Friendships and relationships. Oh, okay. This is where it gets the tea. This is where it gets a little juicy. If you feel like somebody is not adding to your life, it's not adding value to your life, if you feel like they're making things harder, whether it's a friend, boyfriend, girlfriend, cousin, cut them off. Like, cut them off. And I'm gonna tell you, like, cousin, I mean, they're kind of your blood, so you can't really cut them off and just stop speaking to them for the rest of your life. But you can, you know, it's cut them off, chick. Like, sorry, sis. I say this because once you get to college, or if you're going to the military, once you get there, 9 times out of 10, you build the friendships that last you forever. I mean, you're not going to make them off the rip, but there's no point in holding on to somebody that's not doing anything for you. Trust me, I know it. It's a whole lot easier to just let them go than to try to hold on and end up being forced to let them go. So if you notice, like, of course, don't just cut them off the rip. Like, try to talk to them, especially if like you've been friends for a long time. But if you try to talk to them about the situation and there's no change at all, like, it's just, oh, okay, whatever. Like, they kind of brush it off their shoulder. They don't take it. And it's like, you're just noticing how, like, they're not bettering you. They're kind of holding you down, or like they're kind of jealous, or, you know, just kind of side-eyeing you. Whatever the case may be, cut them off. Just like this. Like, no more contact. And it doesn't have to get messy. Like, y'all don't have to fight. Y'all don't have to, like be adult about the situation and just say, hey, look, I can't do it no more because I've tried. I don't feel like you're trying. You don't even have to say that. You can just cut them off. But you know, that's my advice. Like, if it's a friendship that you really think is worth fighting for, like if you feel like they do add value to your life and they are helping you out and they are a good friend and you're going through your rough patch, then of course I would say work on that. But if you're noticing that some of the things that are happening are kind of reoccurring and they're really taking from your life more than adding to your life, and they're draining you more than recharging you, then you should let them go. Like, I know everybody's heard people are in your life for a reason, a season, a lifetime. And I've heard blessing, lesson, and something else. Like, that person could be a lesson for you to learn from. This person could be a blessing to your life. Like, but you will never know. Like, I know personally, after I cut somebody off that was toxic, somebody 10 times better came into my life, like almost immediately right after. And it took me years to let this person go, but when I finally did, I got something better. Okay, so 8, extracurricular activities. I would say be in as many extracurricular activities as you can, because it does look great on your college resume. It really does. But make sure you're doing it for the right reason. Don't say, hey, I want to be in this group because it looks so good on my college resume, because then you really won't get anything out of it. Make sure that you're actually joining groups that you like, groups that you are passionate about, because the people that actually are passionate about it and actually are like spending their time and, you know, doing it because they want to be there are kind of going to resent you. And I can tell you personally, being a person, this group, Uplift Mentoring, loved it. I was in that group 3 years and I wanted to be group president. I wanted to be the president of the group. I had a friend at the time said she wanted to be president because the only thing she was going to be able to put on her college resume was the sport that she played. And I was like, are you serious? That should not be the reason why you want to be president of this group. You should want to be president because you're passionate about it. You feel like you can bring something to the table. You have ideas to bring. You feel like you can make it better. That's the reasons why you should want to do things. You should not want to do it, oh, this is going to look good on my college resume. And don't get me wrong, I had tons of things to put on my college resume. I had cheerleading, Uplift, book club, show choir, musical theater. Like, I had all of those things to put on there, but I also was passionate about all of those things. I love doing all of those things. I made sure I was there for every rehearsal, well, I can't say every rehearsal, because I had a couple of times I had to go to physical therapy and I missed some, but I was adamant on getting there. Like, I was adamant on making sure that I tried my hardest to get to every rehearsal. I tried my hardest, you know. It wasn't just, we're gonna do this because it's my college, and that's it. That wasn't it. There was times where I kind of had to sacrifice other things to do. Like, for example, I had an uplift meeting the same day I had a football game. Had to be at the football field earlier than normal so we could be on TV. Or I could go to my uplift meeting and then be on time for the game, but not be on TV. I chose to be at my uplift meeting because either way it goes, I was going to be at the game. I was going to be on that field by a certain time. However, like, it wasn't, you know, you kind of have to balance things out. You got to know how to balance things out. Because if you're going to join all of these, you can't, I mean, of course, you're going to have to value one more than the other, but you can't just say, oh, okay, I'm not going to, like, you can't just show up to 2 book club meetings and think that you're going to get, like, like, if your school gives tassels. You can't think that. It's just not going to happen. So, make sure of that. The last thing I would say is enjoy your senior year. Like, don't get too, like, focused, but don't get too wrapped up on, oh, I gotta do this, or oh, I gotta do that, because you will stress yourself out, and you will, like, look back on your senior year and be like, ugh. Like, make sure you have time to go to the football games, or like, all of the things that they have that's fun on you know, on the school's campus, but don't feel like you have to go to every single one, unless, like, of course, you're playing in the game or something like that. But don't feel like you have to go to or do every single thing in high school because it's your senior year. You don't. But you kind of, like, you want to make sure you're having fun. You want to do your senior activities because that's a part of being a senior. That's your way. That's the school's way of congratulating you for making it, for graduating. You can't do those senior activities if you're not graduating. That's just, it's sad but true. Like, if you're not on track to graduate, you can't do those. So I mean, you want to have fun. Like, do not rush your senior year. I know you're a senior and you're like, I'm ready to get out of here, like, da 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 da. But guess what? When you go to college, you're going to be in school again, and you're starting completely over again. So you go from being upperclassmen to being at the bottom of the food chain all over again. So yeah, don't rush it, because once you get to where I am, like, I'm having the time of my life. Don't get me wrong, I'm having the time now. But you want to look back and be like, I miss my senior year. And not that my senior year was just so amazing, not that I just absolutely loved my school, because I don't. I kind of miss some of the connections that I made. I miss, like, how easy it was in a way. I mean, I don't shy away from a challenge at all. But it's like, looking back, you rush it, and then when it's over, it's over. Like, you can't get it back. It is definitely one of the best years of your life, and you do not ever want to rush it. It just kind of is what it is. So yes, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Please give me a big thumbs up if you like it. Make sure you comment. Tell me if you're a high school senior. Definitely comment down below and let me know if you feel like this advice was helpful. Give me some more tips. If you feel like I left anything out, and if you want to ask me questions, definitely leave some questions down below, and I will get back to them, and I will answer any questions that you may have any questions you may have for me. If you are a junior, sophomore, freshman, 8th grader, doesn't matter. If you have any questions about what you should do in high school for those years, hit me up. I mean, I don't mind helping somebody out. Like, who cares, you know? But yes, definitely like, comment, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and make sure you turn on excuse me, make sure you turn on your post notifications so you can get notified whenever I post. Yes, that's what that does. Yeah, that's, turn it on, hit that bell right now, right now, right now. Anyway, so yes, make sure you guys go check out my last however many videos. Just go check out a whole playlist. Matter of fact, like, do one of the makeup playlists. Don't do that one. You know what, just check out a playlist. You know, it doesn't matter. But yes, hope you guys like this video. I will see you guys later. Bye.